Hemoglobin.
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 Globin. Untag.
Globin.
Getting all globby.
Yeah, that's a weird word. Glob.
Yes, globe.
Globe.
Gataro. Globy.
That's perfect, really. The countdown. Down by the sea,
greener pastures, that's where we'll be, in our own cabin, down by the sea, greener pastures, that's where we'll be.
Did I say Barney Miller?
That is Miller. Barney. Andy Griffith's awesome. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Adjust the Mic podcast. I'm one of your hosts here, along with Mr. Thadrick over here to my left.
Greetings. It's good to be here.
Hey, good to see you, man.
Yeah, it's been
a couple weeks.
Another fire tornado of activity.
Yeah, it has
on
been, man.
Our behalfs.
I'd like to, throw it back to the last time we sat in. This is going to be episode 226.
226.
So we're getting up there, man.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. Sam, we talked to Sam last time we recorded.
Sam, yeah,
Flagman Sam. How's he doing?
super good. They did the first leg of their tour.
Okay.
Super good. The lineup, they're hot.
Good.
Like Hansel or Hansel. No, man, they really killed it in November. They're coming back.
That's fantastic.
They're going back.
Love to hear it.
Yeah.
It's going to be cold up there. I'm sure it's going to be a welcome return. We'll have this nice, cool, perfect weather, just like it's been kicking in. This weekend just been absolutely amazing.
On the heels of not amazing, well, equally amazing, but sketchy, wet, because we had a whole bunch of days where it rained in the morning, at night.
What was that storm? Where did it come from?
So there was a bunch of stuff kind of hovering, in the Caribbean and whatnot, and then the front started pushing down like it's gonna, push down like lower into the peninsula. And whenever they get down there, they magnetize all that stuff. And so I think that was maybe it was a little low pressure trough that it sucked into it,
Low pressure.
And so when it really knotted up, but before that we had the easterly onshores that would just bring passing squalls, but we got those weird ones at like 4 a.m. We got 4 inches one night, and another night we got my buddy got 6 up in Scottsmore Summers, and our buddy. So we got a couple nights where it was more than 4 to 6 inches of rain per night, and then we got a couple 2-inch of rain, so it swolled up. And then right on cue, that cold front pushed through, the stuff all intensified and went north, and it's slamming the northeast. I guess it's a nor'easter now. And the Hatteras has been getting chewed away since Aaron and that guy Brett Barley. He's showcasing some of the houses falling into the sea. And
Oh yeah,
yeah, it's going down. It's getting 8. But yeah, the weather broke, and it's northy winds. And 3 years ago, it was the floods that we had from the other back-to-back.
I would say, we haven't had a big name scary storm coming at us this year. That we've, that's made everybody go and get wood and, run out of water. Exactly. Yet.
Or gas for your generator and the spaghetti farm that goes with
We
it.
haven't had the crazy, but I'll attest to what you're saying. And, here, this last winter, I did a lot of work on the house. I painted the house. I went up on the roof and put in some new roofing screws and on the metal part of the back over my back porch here, because I was getting a lot of leaking from a couple of the storms prior.
One little flap
and you don't know
No
what it
doubt.
is, right? And, since I've done all of that work in my attic, I haven't seen any leaking yet. And I was just up there, getting all the Halloween stuff out last night. And I was so thankful that all of the repairs that I did up there seemed to have held. And I'm not getting, all of this rain did not affect it.
'Cause
It was been my biggest test to date, I would say.
Yeah, because you have to have consecutive days of rain to get the full soak in. You make sure you ain't got one little pinhole going to end up dripping.
Because it was in my roof, in the attic in a little spot. There was a little spot where I could see so I was able to get up on the roof and cleaned it. And then I caulked around like one of the little bay windows up there, and I think it fixed it. Well, in the back, it did. My screws did not fix it. So it's been the test to my back porch where I'm still getting the leak spots in the exact same area. So I need to kind of go back up there and review and look at some of the work I did and maybe see if I missed something. I just got to go up there again. So
Yep.
it's soaking back there, but it's been great. I'm loving the rain. The pool's been awesome. I've been jumping in the pool and it's getting cold in there now. So when
That's
I
a
do the yard
relative
work,
word.
it's like, get that heat out of you real quick, jump in that pool, and you're like, let me get out of here kind of quick. But it's perfect. All of the garden stuff. Before you leave, you need to go look out back. There's a bunch of pink colored dragon fruits. I think I've got about 20 of them out there that are red, and they look like a nicer batch than my last round, like a healthier batch. So you got to get some before.
Yeah,
Probably by the weekend, I'll be able to pick them and bring some over to you.
it's incredible.
Yeah, man. And back to Flagman, man, I love that interview he was really open with us and talked about a whole lot. And it was,
Sam is so inspiring.
it's a lot to take in. And it's something that if you're a fan of music, follow this guy, man, because he's going places.
Yeah.
Flagman's going places, but specifically, for Mike, who I know personally, Sam is just an awesome person first and foremost, and he's super creative. And when he's out there at the property, and we're all kind of vibing on projects or this and that, and hearing his creativity is kind of inspiring and cool. And check it out, guys, if you're into music, man, listen to Flagman.
And just art, he's serious, he's silly, he's getting on it, and just it's great energy.
It really is.
Yeah.
And he puts his heart into his work, and you can tell. So check him out.
Yeah, big time. And go check out the music.
Yeah, man. And the weather, man, thanks for that report. It's been I've been loving it. Honestly, I've been out doing a lot of yard work in my dad's house and over here, and being able to have cool weather when you're doing stuff, in the mornings, it's such a breath of fresh air compared to that muggy,
slog.
heat. Yeah.
Yeah, we do the slog if we have to, but it's nice to catch a break in October instead of waiting.
Got that right, man. Got that right. We got Halloween coming up. Gets kind of busy over here in the neighborhood.
Sugar factory.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be going down. My sister's gonna come over, and all the fam gonna come over and enjoy that evening. We got all the stuff out of the attic to get up there and set up. I've been kind of mowing and trimming trees back and everything, and kind of doing all the pruning and stuff I need to do.
It looks great.
And you keep wondering, like, is it going to get colder to where the grass doesn't grow so much? Because I don't want to go decorate and then have to play the mow game around the electrical cords and everything. So I'm going to try to get one more mow in and then get it all set up.
Cool.
So should be a good one this year. I got the golf cart all fixed from the mishap and everything. So we're back in business with that. Got the trailer over to the side there. That was at your place during the flood even a couple years ago that you were talking about. And but it still works perfect. Going to get it pressure washed and paint the wood one more time for the holidays for all the hay rides and all that stuff. Yeah. So good stuff there. Everything's going. My brother up in Kentucky's doing really well. His business. He started like a handyman, lawn mowing, maintenance, property maintenance type of company up there in Kentucky, JTZ, and he's just doing really well, man. He's kind of always he's been working with a crew up there for I don't know about 5-6 years now. And when you're always working with a bunch of other people doing all this stuff, it's just a lot. And I think he wanted to calm down and focus more on the fam and have more time and control his own future. And his old boss kind of helped give him that blessing and helped him a little bit. And on top of that, he's just working his ass off, man. And it's starting to pay off for him now. And I love seeing that.
That's cool. It seems like everybody's on the grind right now. Everybody involved in all of our endeavors is grinding, and we know we're going to come back to a clap here at the holidays and lots of high five and
big time
stuff. But yeah, everybody's
it's weird times, isn't it?
Yeah, got to hustle.
You really do, man. There's a lot of changes coming. There's a lot of uncertainty. There's a lot of fear being thrown out there, but the smart people know that it's a long game in life, and you can't sweat this small stuff. You just got to prepare, and you got to build your personal infrastructure of your own stuff, and try your best not to rely on other people.
And that's why Scott and I have both invested everything we got into the 3-eyed Atlas.
Yep, and we'll have our Lamp and Media Buy Farmer coins out that we're CEOs of, and I think they're going to be worth a couple billion right off the bat. Hopefully, if we're lucky, So I just got to go in here and hit submit for my coins, and I think we'll be rich.
I'm going to allow it.
Crypto's really kind of creeping its way back into the mindset of people. It's been kind of stagnant for a little while, and Bitcoin's been going crazy, but there's this whole chip, data center, AI, tech stack future. There's the talks of robots now that are going to be coming just like the Jetsons. You're going to have your own, droid that's doing your laundry and folding your clothes and cleaning your floors and doing things around your house. And it'll be like for $300 a month, you can have a robot installed at your house to do this for you. That type of technology is on the horizon. A lot of crazy things going down. We have some peace happening too over in Israel.
Yes, super.
Which is we're super happy to hear that.
Hope it lasts.
Man,
yeah, hat tip.
It's like such a relief to hear. You have to hope that it lasts. There's been side chatter of angry, which any peace deal should have both parties leaving upset. You have to have some concessions to have lasting peace. You have to come to a middle ground for peace. You have to have balance. You have to give a little to get a little. Hopefully that they continue to give instead of trying to get.
Seems like it's definitely going somewhere way better than just all out chaos, and I don't know.
It's nice to hear that there's a united front on this as well. Like a lot of people all agree together on this being a lasting peace, on the plan itself. So hat tip to all the people that are put that hard work on that,
Yeah.
I think that's super important.
Lots of work to do, but it's good.
Yeah, Ukraine's next. Gotta get that stopped. Then we got to stop. We got to hope that the Pacific doesn't turn into chaos. Because that's the next scare, and that's the scariest one I think yet.
What are you talking about? China?
Just that whole Taiwan, Japan, North Korea, South Korea.
Hot pocket.
Like North Korea is getting so cocky right now. I feel like they're just ready to try somebody. You know what I mean? And South Korea's had some turmoil and stuff, but they're strong and powerful in their own right. And it's like they're both nuclear, capable countries, and it's scary as can be for that little bit of property to be like that. And then you have Japan, you have rising water levels in a lot of places out there in the Philippines, and just things are changing. Just things are changing, and it's I don't know. It's wild, man. You're seeing people fighting more for the north areas up there, the Greenlands, and as those waterways open up to free up the ice a little bit, and you can have new passageways that one of those passageways might turn around and give you a huge bargain in your exports and a cheaper way to get it, and your country just changes like that.
Don't you got the hot skinny on the transport deal right now? Logistics.
Logistics has been pretty crazy, man. It's I think it's more. It's just okay. So when you look at the transportation industry, it's in today's market, it's pretty heavy. A lot of work visas, a lot of immigrants, a lot of people that moved here for a better life. Some people that lived here, their whole life, but are, from Cubans and Venezuelans. We have the Armenians. We have, the French Canadians, and we have the Ukrainians. We have all of the Punjabis and all of the Indian, cultures that they have work visas where they come, and 2 drivers are in a truck, and they maybe lease that truck from the owner. That's usually an Indian-owned company or a Ukrainian-owned company or whatever. And they have to keep regulations that fit the strict California markets in emissions and whatnot. And these companies are great companies. But, when you bring somebody new over, sometimes you get a guy that doesn't speak the language very well. Well, there's a lot of fear now with ICE and pulling people over, and, people being detained in these, Reddit forums and in these Facebook, Instagram, any group chat. WhatsApp is huge for the transportation industry. All drivers of all races, even American, are very heavily in your Reddits, in your Facebook groups, in your Discord channels, in your WhatsApp, groups, because WhatsApp, they can, no matter where you're at, you're not paying anything extra as long as you got Wi-Fi or whatever your service is. So it's a benefit for people that travel, to have better communication, because the roaming cost of text messages and it's encrypted but hackable, as we know.
I'm just saying that.
Yeah, totally.
They sell.
You're exactly right, and they'll have these IP address hiders, and stuff like that. But all these groups talk, and so if they know somebody that's been detained or that's had a problem that normally used to not have a problem, it throws alarm bells up. Because if you're the breadwinner for your family and you're going to be shipped somewhere else or have to go home, you need to be able to plan for that, and that scares you. So that takes those people, or anybody out of the marketplace. It makes them hide out. It makes there's more opportunity for drivers to come in and get loads, right? That's the idea. Well, what that does at first is it drives up the rates very high. So and it's still mainly the same drivers that are doing the work. I'm not seeing any more Americans calling me for loads.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like, at least at our whole company, we're not seeing, we do quite a bit of volume. We're not seeing, but we're seeing the rates rise because of, fear in the market. I'm not saying that's a good or a bad thing. It's good. There's a lot of reason to be happy for these higher rates, because the rates have been low since COVID. The rates got real high, and the transportation rates have been going down. So finally, there's a breath of fresh air, and these people want to, earn a good living for the work that they're putting in, hauling this produce, coast to coast.
It's a good time for it.
And but the problem now is coming from Florida,
Yeah.
it's a dead zone. So what a load that was paying $7,000 is now paying $9,000 or $10,000 to come here. So there's a lot of price influx, like, which is going to hit everybody, every grocery store in the Southeast. If you're down here, you are charging more money soon for all of your stuff, and grocery store prices are just going to have to go up for a while.
Grow some dragon fruit.
That's all the benefit to self-sustainability. Find your own little supply chains of your things at cheap prices.
Put a dent in it.
Barter with your friends. Make things. Barter. Those are all valuable, things that will benefit you.
Yeah, we just got some. I got some meat for you.
Okay. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be having some.
Good meat.
Ooh, yeah. I'll be having some sugarcane juice to press here soon. I'm waiting for this good cold snap, and I got some big stuff out there, so I'm going to start chopping it all
You
down.
get the Buddha belly.
Oh yeah,
It's gonna be different.
I can't wait. It was pink last time I pressed it. I can't wait.
Okay.
That's an Andre Delight right there.
Yeah. Thank you, Andre.
Heck yeah. But yeah, transportation wise, man, it's work's been very busy. We're doing a lot of citrus right now out of Georgia coming down into Florida. We're doing, apples are coming in. There's a kiwi berry that we're loading running out of Cascade, Oregon right now.
Kiwi berry.
Yeah, and it's like a little berry, like a blueberry-ish type of thing. That's and it's tastes like a kiwi.
Weird.
It's a little kiwi berry. I'll have to pull it up and show you. But I haven't even eaten one or seen one personally yet.
And what was the citrus out of?
A lot of just citrus out of your Pooler, Georgia, Savannah, Georgia region.
Like what?
You have grapefruit. You have your regular oranges. You have some lemons, probably mainly oranges. They're kind of hitting that cold snap, so they're all being and a lot of aren't being picked at fields in Savannah, Georgia. There's like, a whole region there and where there'll be small farms and small like little cellars. And that's an Americold location there in that little Bloomingdale, Georgia area. And whenever this season comes, so like your grocery store chains like your Publix's and Winn-Dixie's and all that, they'll, Americold will store a lot of the excuse me, a lot of the customers, produce.
Okay.
And that'll be just a hub of where we're going up to grab that region's, stuff and bringing it to an area.
Yeah.
A lot of it's going towards Texas and, California and to the Northeast as well. I'm just personally involved in a lane that comes down to Florida.
That's cool, man. Do you get to taste any of that juice?
We don't get it. A lot of drivers come by our office, and back in the day, we did get to do a lot of that. There'd be a couple cases thrown on the truck for the driver or whatever at the shipping docks back in the day, and then you'd take that stuff and throw a box at your brokers or at at your receiver, customer, or friends, anything. And it's unless there's a rejection, it's a lot harder to come by nowadays. And if there's a rejection, a lot of times we're taking it to a food bank. Or we're taking it to like a church, or some kind of charity or a farmer's market to resell it for, pennies on the dollar to recoup some of your claim cost.
I like the thing Andre does in the summer where he goes down and tastes like hundreds of different mango varieties.
Oh, yeah.
That's cool.
That's really cool. He's tell us a little bit about his what he's into with all these tropics and all these exotic fruits.
Well, he's a plant doctor. He went to school for it, and he's worked in a lot of big greenhouses and has so much practical experience. And he's worked under a lot of gurus and just been responsible for a lot of stuff on the daily. And anyways, he's a plant enthusiast as well. One moment.
Oh no, you're fine. I didn't mean to. We have this cool little timer up, and I was just trying to see what our time was.
So, and he's got lots and lots of stuff going up all kind of different crops, and he's just very curious about any plant or crop, and he's always digging in wherever he travels to. He's, like when we went to Jamaica, he would be down there talking to the whoever about this tree and all the things, and just
He's amazing.
yeah, and
Super knowledgeable.
big time, yeah.
When he did a walk around, he gave me like, okay, that guava, it's going to last you like 5 or 6 years. This little peach, it might give you, I don't know, it might be a late, thing. Boom. He's been right on the button on everything back there so far. You know what I mean? Like he's it's cool to have somebody like that in your network.
Big time.
Big surfing fan.
Yeah, he's
Always been around this area.
The it'll show up quiet at some forgotten beach that's the best day of the year, and be like, surf alone and don't tell nobody, and then a year later you're like, yeah, I got barreled that day. I'm like, what? Yeah,
dude, that's awesome. You were telling me how he's got stages of fruit trees.
For different things,
for different seasons or times a year, or this is going to be a hot mulberry.
Oh yeah, he's got it dialed, and he's a real like deep diver on the info, and he's got these different networks of forums and humans, and
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's got a hot beat going on, and Scott and I are the recipients of knowledge and goodness and stock. We got all kind of goodies. I got a couple. I think what is that one you got out here? Raspberry.
Yeah. The Mysore raspberry.
I think he gave me 2.
Yep.
Of them.
Yep.
Not those, but some berries.
Yep.
And they're doing great.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
And you also got a Royal Empress, the Palawania. I think
Palonia.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm not saying that's right. But so I transplanted one, is not doing good. The other one I left in the planter and slapped some like ditch mud in it. It's great. So
is that the one that I took the picture of that was behind the going out there when we were walking out? I think it's the split part. Is that what you're saying? There's like a little dirt mound.
Yeah.
And right behind it, you planted one of them.
I planted it kind of on the mound.
And that one's not doing good?
Not great.
Here's what I'll say is now that we're in the wintertime, those things are pretty hardy. And what'll happen back there, since we've gotten all this rain and everything, and if it's in the ground, that root's in the ground, you're going to see it die back, because those leaves will just die back to nothing. And that's just a 1 year plant.
The stump is going to live.
The stump will probably live. And if the stump lives, when it pops back up, you'll be like, oh, and it kind of surprises you. You're like, oh, that's not going to make it. And then, those first couple of years are kind of like it. You're not sure.
Kinda like
and then it just, like
a moringa.
I'd say so. Yeah.
Does it get the bulb under the ground?
It's like a softwood, but yeah, it travels and it gets big and thick down low. That one out front's doing great.
It's cool.
The seeds that that are flying off of it, they're going everywhere. And even I think my neighbor across the street found one in his backyard. I have some more on the side of the house over here.
They sprout easy.
Yeah. And they'll just sprout right out of the ground. So you just go and grab them. Same with those little coral reef plants that are over back there.
Yeah.
The
beans.
Yeah, they just drop it, and then boom, you get a little baby, looks like a little palm tree, like a little baby palm tree starting up.
Yeah.
And I showed you the thing, Mom. I think you sent me the thing about those what are they?
Paulownia.
There you go. I call them alley trees.
It's like a balsa wood kind of deal.
It's a softwood.
Super fast.
Super fast. Native to the Georgia region.
Oh. Okay.
A nursery. This lady that was doing some landscaping over off Carpenter for me. Alerted me to the plant. I was like, "Hey, my daughter is. My wife at the time was pregnant with our first child, and I want to plant a tree out front. When she's born, that's going to be her tree." And I call it the alley tree, and I was like, "Do you have anything that would be cool?" She's like, "I got this Royal Empress, we call it." And I planted it at my house. We got it from Georgia. It's native to the Georgia area. It was like one of her family's, properties. And my mom's got a bunch of them up there in Kentucky. but they grow real close to the poplar trees that are hardwoods, and the hardwoods just tear those trees apart because they're softwood trees, and they need the space to get the beauty. If they have the space to,
They get that frame.
yeah, then they just get real pretty and
Stately.
flower, and
Yeah.
they're amazing. But if they get tortured a lot, they just they'll get big and stuff, but they don't. Their branches break, and they get kind of ugly looking.
They need symmetry.
Yeah, and so we planted it, and it's still there, and we still got one.
It looks cool right now. I walked in, I was like, damn.
Yeah,
that
man,
looks neat.
I think that one out there is like 4 years now. Like 4 years, and then you saw that jacaranda next to it. It's huge.
And I'm gonna go ahead and say again, these last 2 winters have been the only winters that I've ever known about when I was, that were frostless in North Brevard.
Yeah.
So what's the other one? The jacaranda or
Yep.
That one can get snuffled a little bit by cold.
Yep.
Because I remember they don't always hang out up here, and they get the long shaker.
Yep, and they're native to the they're
More
popular.
tropical, right?
They're popular in Los Angeles, San Diego, like that whole South California region.
And if you drive South Florida, they start showing up everywhere.
Yeah, and there's certain areas in Georgia and California in that little belt where those trees, like, there'll be whole neighborhoods to where all of the streets will have those purple flowers like a jacaranda
Yeah.
all over.
So now you got me thinking about the ear tree, the one we,
Oh yeah.
and I just read where I was trying to see if people bonsai them like they do the paulownia, but people eat those ears when they're green in some country. They boil them up.
And those things are hard as a rock, and they're very hard to seed, right?
Before that. But yeah, that's what made me think of them is when you're saying what's popping up.
'Cause I got a whole bunch of them
So
that
if
I
you
took
take,
from your house.
if you take that seed, now is a great time. If you put it, it has to be in super saturated soil
Uh-huh.
because it has to soften up.
Yeah.
It's like like an apple seed.
Yeah, big time.
But I've seen them popping up.
I got a whole bunch of them right here
Yeah, that's cool.
from you.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, let's take a break
Take a break.
and regroup, and come back. I want to talk about some magic.
Magic.
We got a few other little things maybe we'll get a little deep on a couple of these things we've hit on first half with
We're going deep. Purple.
maybe a little politics. Maybe.
CKD,
Maybe.
Purple, yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Okay.
Hey, that didn't sound too much like Satisfaction.
Yeah, what's the matter, do you think? I don't know, it says B flat, I'm just playing what it says. Play me an A.
This is bad.
Yeah, we sound like shit. I knew this band idea was gonna suck.
What does suck mean?
We bleed green. We bleed green. We bleed green. We bleed green.
However, they withdrew into their music and rituals.
Let's start by deceiving the non-believing by retrieving data, splatter, 1,000 into one splatter. Satellites be like linguistic anthropology. We study the roots of men to fill the boots of a man with no apology. Astrology acknowledge me before you was a galaxy. Now you think you're straight just like my galaxy reality. Onslaught with gifts you got naughty, candy, toxic, telepathic, slip knot with drip drops of rain, laced with green stains. Bunch of straight from your domains into your brains. And then we shake chips, 2 trees, drop green leaves on your planet. Create another go, I'll give you reason to say damn it. A king on the cross, called red-handed. We did not slip when the chip was implanted. Do not trip when the chip is implanted. Don't trip when the chip is implanted. Red blood disease fell like rain upon your planet. I swear by every dread in the head that we'd rather be dead. Be dead. Than bleed red, be red, we bleed green. We bleed green. We bleed green. We bleed green. Reassembling our dismembered alliance, remembering defiance, coagulating green with no compliance, reliance on the 5 moons, not reluctant to strike soon, thirsting to burst instead of cocoons, putting emphasis on metamorphosis. Wait, we get the specialist, that's how we offer this. Twist to wrist will inflict to reminisce among our brutalistic trips we took for fixed bliss. Mother Earth from birth, buds from mud, make your cups turn it over and flood with green blood. With y'all, cause Babylon must fall. It's Starling codes in the kit, come kick me more wicked. Fire master water, they can sink their fucking ship. So when I rips him from the train of thought, they grips and brains they bought. It call like kids with false royalty, the loyalty is quite not about the sister. Bother me just like blister, brains so blame twister. But I should be so happy to be the mister, man, they meant it. You see how wet my biscuit, and if you surprised they get no rise out my biscuit. We know not the red blood end of molesting, instinctual dissecting the infant from the nesting. The first thing I saw off the walk on my tray was they chasing two humans in a fist fight. And I wrote the song about that animals and then I wrote the song about the animals and no sight. These fights are infallible on me, it would hardly take a complete softly to delete your heartbeat and a heartbeat. Heaven is a baby in a car, so you lost me. The more they bleed green, the harder for them there to off me. The lovely, wet, treading white, what blood is the road. I got contact on the other side, I know what I'm doing with me.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
How are you today?
Okay.
Great. This is a courtesy call regarding your wireless plan.
I'm already taken care of, thank you.
Yes, this is regarding the current line I'm calling to. There seems to be some unusual additional data charges on the account in the past week.
From what?
Well, we wanted to give you a courtesy call to make you aware of this.
Yeah?
Yeah, as of right now, there are $260 in data overages.
What?
Well, it seems like an extra 16 gigabytes were used outside of your limited plan.
On my computer?
You should really be more aware of how much data you're using.
What are you talking about?
Anyway, we're going to go ahead and charge this to the card on file. Is that okay?
No, you're not.
Well, look, I can take an extra $10 off if we can settle this now. Just give me the word.
I don't know who the hell you are or what company you're calling from.
Great. Your final bill is $250. I'll just submit this then.
Who are you?
Oh, sorry. It's already processing.
That's okay. I'm making a call right now about this call. Thank you very much. I got your number.
And we are back from break.
We're back.
All right, man. So I'm going to just let you finish up the show. Tell us about everything.
No, you ain't. I'm breaking out a list. What do we got? Low pressure, YouTube.
Yeah, so you've really been getting this YouTube channel, been putting in some work, some editing. You got
I'm a rookie editor.
and is it it's Low Pressure's YouTube channel, or is it a Vibe Farmer?
Vibe Farmer.
Perfect. And what are you throwing up right now? What are you doing?
Just throwing up some live footage of some old shows,
What age?
I think the last one that just came up is 1994.
Okay.
And it was cool. It was like I think it was Merritt Island at the basement, and it was just we got to do a whole bunch of different songs and kind of sets, and it was a really good time. And it's got chopped up weird because it was old crusty VHS that barely got survived, And I didn't do any diddling to the sound or making it,
it's cool. It's old videos that you guys created from back in the day, man, and. We've been talking about this for years about getting that stuff digitized and getting it up on YouTube and chopping it up and, starting to talk about it because I was seeing like
reminding me through the years, right?
Yeah, man. And it's, you have there, I have to find, I was looking for the link, but I don't have it with me. Your page of Low Pressure years ago, you guys created like a bio. And it was really talking about your old days of being on Disney, and some that was back when like Justin Timberlake and these guys were like real young kids getting up into the Disney game.
Yeah,
and you guys kind of were bumping shoulders with these kids back in the day, in very cool, awesome, not bad ways in any what I mean, just so awesome and wholesome, positive ways and. Some of the positive messages that you would kind of share and everything, that there's a bio online that talks about all this stuff in such a cool way. And it's like a Wikipedia type of thing for bands, I think.
Is that something Jimmy might have put together?
It's probably.
And
I got to find it, man. And I'm going to send you, I thought I sent you a link on it recently, but maybe I didn't.
And we brought Scott a nugget tonight from the 1994.
Yep.
That newspaper.
Oh yeah. And at the newspaper clip, you got to get up on the wall there at the studio.
And you can, I'm with it. You can see the and thank you, the spike stands that we play the electronic percussion in the videos. It's
yeah, man.
Never been able to kind of
the turtle shells, like all of the live shows. I mean, you guys got like smoke and lights and dancing and you guys got drum circles going. You guys are like hitting things with a very big heavy percussion, and you're changing tunes and beats and
working with great lighting people and great effects people.
And doing it in such a creative, different way than everybody else. So it just like it captured people, man. It was a very cool thing.
That's cool. Thank you, man. We had such a great time, and we didn't try to do nothing, but we hoped we were there to rock the party,
Yeah, you did.
Don't try.
Now you're sharing it on YouTube for other people to see.
And super thankful. And we got a little surf beat going. There's some old.
That's the other thing. You got all kinds of surf videos. I mean, we got a little clip of you that we got to get up there, man. Just a recent one.
Old Man Winnigan.
Yeah. It was great.
Yeah, I'm thankful.
Yeah, man. It's fantastic.
So
getting all those videos up of your friends and surfing and memories and just everything. And in your little, you could even take parts of that with a microphone, throw that video up that you're editing, and while you're editing, be recording over top of it like in Logic.
Oh yeah.
And just be like watching the video and just kind of every once in a while just say something. Oh man, I remember this day. This was when we did this, and then overdub that over the video itself with the music. And whenever those times when you're speaking, let that music fade out to let your voice kind of talk about what we're watching. Because, watching an old video is awesome, and we want to have that. That's the first videos that you want to put up. And then you want to chop them up in the smaller, we talked about this, smaller little 5-minute clips or 2-minute clips, and throw your voice in to describe what that is, So you're putting the OG video up thing up there, the OG stuff. Then you put up some little breakdowns and let people learn about it and everything, and kind of get that. It'll just drive the other the downloads. And
I like that.
It'll just drive people to your YouTube pages and your YouTube music, bios, and adding you to as a recording artist to listen to. And you've got so many new things happening with all the, people coming into the studio. You have an Ears album coming up. All of these things are giving people background to where you came from.
I know I'm going to forget it if I don't bust in. Sorry.
Yeah.
Darren Craig.
Oh, yeah.
Daniel Tosh show.
When was he on that? Years ago or recently?
It's super recent.
Really?
If you go to Daniel Tosh's YouTube channel,
okay,
and the fingernail, it's got my oldest friend.
Wow,
that's Darren Craig. He's one of my oldest friends.
Well.
He's an amazing person. DC.
Yeah,
DC. He's a legend. He's a guy that
Darren goes. I mean, when I was a kid and I first, was hanging out with my Uncle Gary my freshman year of high school when I moved back to Titusville.
Yeah.
And I was living with Gary for a little while, a couple years after that. And, he'd be out, surfing every weekend, and with Orlando George, with Bill Chamberlain.
They talk about George.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Remember how he used to hang out and feed everybody all day?
That's what we'd
slept in.
We'd surf,
truck,
and then we'd come over and eat a little bit, have some fish or whatever's on the grill,
hamburgers, hot dogs,
and then head back over. And it was every weekend,
all the time.
Yeah,
I think he worked for like the city or something, but he had some kind of cool schedule. He'd camp out.
It was absolutely the best. As a child, man, it was the best shit ever. It was so cool.
Remember, he would rock up and you'd say hi and excuse me. He'd be like, "Hello, my good."
Yeah. A lot of memories through all of our network. My Uncle Gary, Gary Geyser's been out there surfing for 50 years. They still do Dewey Day out there every year, and where they all have their Dewey Weber boards and they all go out on Dewey Day every year. And when I go out there with Gary, I was out there with him with Allie surfing one time, and there's photographers out on the boardwalks and stuff. He's like, yeah, that's so and so from O'Neill, or so and so from whatever. And it's like he knows all these people just because he knows who they're out. And he's like, oh, that girl over there, a lot of people have eyes on her now.
Johnny Hotcakes.
And he just knows things like this. And it was so cool to hear him, because he's who taught me how to surf, and he's who taught, his boards are, Darren Craig did, I think, other than the one Dewey or two Dewey Webers that he had, I think all of the rest are Darren Craig made boards. My first one was a DC 6'8" round nose. That was my first DC board, and Gary gave it to me. And that's what I learned how to surf, at Play Linda Beach. That's where I learned how to surf, in Cocoa Beach.
And I seen Darren at the shop with my brother Jeff and Greg Ninson over at Galaxy Metals, where Summers lived.
Mm-hmm.
And they were shaping in there for a long time.
And I did all of Darren Craig's T-shirts over at T-Bone Designs for years. We printed Darren's shirts, doing different kind of fades in it and everything. And he even was back in the Play Linda surf shop days. We found his old stencils with the old Play Linda surf shop stencils.
There's 3 of them. There was Keith's that T worked at, and then there was the one with Gabe, and then there was Woody Rice.
Yep.
And then there was Jake.
And then there was
Mike Hunter.
Mike Hunter. Yep.
Sticky the.
Yep, and he's like a helicopter pilot and stuff. Last I heard,
he's a pilot.
He's awesome, man. It's so great to see. Well. It was,
loved.
And here's what I'm going to go a little deep with you.
Mike and
when Mike, he was coming up to get the shirts done for Play Linda Surf Shop, and he opened it up right in front of the old rinker there on Garden Street, and that was the old Anello's bicycle shop and lawnmower repair shop,
where I went to when I was a kid with my busted bike.
Yeah, where I hung out with my grandpa when I was in town or whatever, and I got dropped off, to be babysat or something. I'd hang out with him while he was doing stuff.
He would have bands play there. I seen the Flat Spots play there.
Oh yeah,
yeah, and we played there.
He did you really?
Yeah.
And then he turned that into a surf shop. And when you walked in there, it was awesome, man.
Mike's got the vibes.
He really knew what he was doing, and he was innovative. He was learning about transfer papers and learning about how to heat press things the right way. And he got really, really in depth coming up to the shop all the time. You guys were coming up there getting, getting real creative with the transfers and some of the artwork and the Photoshop stuff. So like there was a lot of creative vibes happening up at T-Bone Designs then. And I was just a younger kid that just, I thought I was the best silkscreen printer in the world back then. Like I'd never seen anybody else. There wasn't the internet to argue with other people, and see other people's, setups until I went to Kentucky and saw what a real silkscreen shop was. But I mean, I learned so much with Rob, so much, and he's rocking it still, and just, super cool of that big circle of how we all, these buildings in Titusville and all these connections over the years.
Yeah. So like, I think in the early 80s, Darren was the guy, like you're talking about who Johnny Hotcakes is. Darren was the guy sponsored by Quiet Flight. And then Keith Lyerly from Playland to help them secure a deal with Instinct.
Yep.
I forget who all his other, who sponsored DC. But it was
maybe,
cool.
I wonder if you remember this. There was a kid when I was going to Astronaut, my senior year was 1997. And in 1997, we had a friend named Eric Jennings, I think his name was. He was a short he had little buck teeth, ripper surfer. And he worked up at the Playland the Surf Shop in Stickies, I think, and he was sponsored by them.
You're not talking about John Carr, are you?
Oh, man.
John Carr is a beast.
I think I remember him too back then, but it was Eric Jennings specifically, who was like this short kid, just his hair he was at the beach every day,
Picture.
And he was just a little ripper. And then there was like James Kolchak.
Yeah.
And there was a whole bunch of kids in that range, just out there, just tearing it up back then.
Kolchak, I remember seeing him get barreled.
Oh yeah, man.
Times. More than once.
And so Darren was the center of all of that. That vibe and around here, there was Tom Nielsen had some boards, has some great boards, and he's in Cocoa Beach. Where my grandfather lived in Briarwood Circle, across from the cemetery off Old Dixie right there. And he lived in the 2-story White House. And our neighbors right to the left.
By the cow pasture.
But yep. And that was our back area. We'd always grab the moss out of the oak trees, and the cows would come over and eat them out of our hands like all the time. And
I hung out there a lot in elementary school.
Yeah. Okay.
1 through 6, a lot.
And then the Wilson family from Industrial Steel lived right there next to us too. But right next to us, it was Judy and Frank. And their daughter was my mom's best friend, who was married to Tom Nielsen. And then their kids were like Summer and Autumn. Yeah, and all of them. So me as a kid, I knew all of those people. And then later on in life, I heard he did surfboards. So it's just like we have like a really cool Titusville, Central Florida vibe.
It's super deep too, like the old schoolers, like Rick Rogers.
Oh yeah,
all the people that were, there since the beginning. But it's DC is so inspiring. They talk about his shark bite,
Yeah,
and T was there for that.
Wow,
and you got to check it out.
I have 2 cousins that were bit by sharks surfing in New Smyrna. Ethan and I can't think of Chad Guthrie. They both got popped about 10, 12, 13 years ago. Was Chad at New Smyrna Inlet. He was in the paper for it and everything, had a thumb almost all the way off. Had to surgically pop that thumb back on, and now he's a chiropractor. And then Ethan, who I worked with recently, who does a lot of real estate stuff.
Win some, lose thumb.
Yeah, and his dad was in logistics with me for 40. Worked with my grandfather, Bruce Fulton. They had a cow farm over off of out there in Mims, and over by Pinewood Elementary and all that
I
back
like
there.
that land. I like that. They get the short needle sand pines.
Yeah,
and
man.
Whatnot. Yeah.
Yeah,
I like that.
just awesome people, man. But yeah, they both got popped by sharks, man. I've had them swim between me, but I've never had one bite me or come at me.
I've been rammed, and I've seen a lot. And one time, DC, I've seen DC, Derek Craig get barreled probably more than I've seen anybody get barreled, because I did some trips with him and hung out.
Yeah.
One time we was out. I think Danny Brown was out, and it was so good. And this one shark, it wasn't giant, but it was big enough, and it just kept dogging everybody and just like coming and doing the tail whip and splash and we got in a circle, and it went up in the middle of the circle. We all blasted apart and had to go in. And I remember just 5 minutes, and then everybody's back out. It didn't bother us again, but man,
wow,
when they bother you, that's when it gets like weird.
Yeah.
When they persist.
I mean, just the thought of something underneath you that can just rip you to shreds, and you have no idea where it's at. How can it not?
And the water sometimes when it looks like coffee, and if you put your arm in, it's just gone.
And like, that's what gets me.
Can't see nothing.
Like, legitimately,
it's creepy.
When you're surfing, we're one of the shark capitals, right, on the East Coast over here in Florida. When you get to that New Smyrna kind of area and whatnot, right?
Pretty much. I mean, Smyrna's like inflated, but everywhere around here, everywhere, it's got its own times, and like there's been a lot going on.
So, in most of the people that are surfing on this coast, they're surfing in water that, it can be kind of deep, but not super deep.
Mostly murky,
right? Murky. Okay, so
deep enough though.
Oh, sure. Oh,
deep.
Wait. But here's the perspective I guess I'm trying to throw at you. When you think about these other places like Nazarene, is it Nazarene?
I say Nazare.
Nazare. I'm sorry. I knew it was one of the other.
Tomatoes.
Potatoes. And you go to some of these places like in Hawaii and Australia where either water's super clear or super deep. And you have these guys surfing like these 40, 50-foot waves, and they're being towed in. The water under those swells are so big, and the water underneath you is so vast. Man, how do they, stomach like just anything can come up and just swallow you? I feel like
it's real.
Like you're just like a little speckle in that big beast.
That can happen here.
Oh yeah.
I have a friend who was at Bethune during like a giant. I don't know, Gabrielle, late 80s, whatever, giant way out the back up at Bethune, way out there alone, and he saw the garbage can mouth come out of the, how the orcas make a bubble when they attack the seals on the beach. Where he's seen the bubble with the face, and he was. I mean, great whites are always cruising. Tigers and big bulls.
Sebastian Inlet, man,
just everywhere. If you're out the back,
you get a lot of those people that spearfish down in.
Yeah, it's hot, but I'm just saying it gets lively, and now it's super lively with the mullet run, and all that. And it's just gotta not get stuck in a chum field when it's obvious.
We were snorkeling down in Jupiter, Florida. There was the Juno Beach there. It was like very heavy rock right there off the beach, and there's a lifeguard there, and there's a lot of
groupers,
families, and you can go look into a lot of snook that are just sitting down there. Like we were seeing like 5 and 6 snook, and my ex-wife Andrea, we were down there at one point, and we were snorkeling. We had my sister Erica, who was just a baby and so scared. And my brother, who was just, he was swimming pretty good. So I was trying to get all of them to snorkel. And a manatee came up and hit her on the side. And she almost drowned me.
I've been there.
In fear. Derek, our friend Derek, happened to once too.
Sebastian?
Yeah.
Because it happened to me at Sebastian.
Oh, that was down in Jupiter. But Sebastian, though. There's videos on YouTube that you can go watch right now where there's like a great white comes up on a guy snorkeling down there or scuba diving down there.
I believe it.
Show me that one more time.
It's just a.
Dude, yes. So we're gonna change topics here real quick because Darren, you're the man, dude. I love hearing that. I can't wait to see that Daniel Tosh episode because Daniel Tosh is the man, dude. I watch him all the time. He's a Titusville native. He talks about Titusville teachers. He talks about Miss Polito, who was the kid's mom's neighbor. You know what I mean? It's so awesome. But NASA, what you got, man? What happened?
I don't have a lot.
I mean, you're the intel. You're the intel.
Did you hear what I heard? That's going to become a spy deal.
What now? We already have. Just to give a little background, we've got. We have. Just south of us, we have Satellite. We have Cape Canaveral. We have Patrick Air Force Base that was kind of. It feels like it wasn't very active for a lot of years when I was growing up. And surfing down there at Second Light and, all these areas, they're kind of famous little spots, for, locals and whatnot.
From the I Dream of Jeannie days.
Right.
And a bunch of old school legend surfers.
Oh, big time. Yeah. Right. Heavy hitters. Right.
Yeah.
The best. That's now the Space Force. Okay. So it makes a lot of sense for NASA if they can't compete with your SpaceX's and your other companies that are trying to come to market right now, your Blue Origins, all your different, private sector companies that are getting their funding in their ways. NASA is flexing over. They've been a big part of technology for a long time. They are now, okay, boom. NASA and this is from Google. NASA and the U.S. Space Force are distinct but collaborate. NASA's civilian agency focus on exploration and science, while the Space Force is a military branch. The Space Force conducts surveillance and reconnaissance with its own assets and knows other intelligence agencies, but it does not operate. I lost it.
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
Hey.
I was reading that, man.
Sorry.
But it does not operate spy satellites in traditional sense of its own separate entity. Instead, it works with other military and intelligence agency to gather intelligence. The video discusses the potential merger of NASA and the U.S. Space Force. So NASA's been trying to find its footing, right? And they have real estate, and they have launch pads, and they have experience, and they have facilities. And those facilities, it takes a lot of money to operate, and the money keeps coming from the government, leaving the government, coming back. So it makes it kind of hard for them to build a sustainable future in doing what they've been doing. And their space shuttle is expired. It's done. There's no new technology that's leading the marketplace. So sorry, now you're going to be a spy agency because you have a lot of assets up in the air. You have a lot of satellites. So why not flex that into our needs with the Space Force is what is essentially the game plan, I guess.
And what is the game plan? And, they got all kind of land and facilities out here. So it's going to be, people are going to be working out there, presumably.
Like, what can we do here in Titusville to be spies and to do spy cool things for our spy agency that we are pledging allegiance to?
Yeah. You got the whole prosthetics kit and a whole wardrobe deal pretty dialed.
I mean, when do we get our movie checks? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, are we spies? Are we going to be spies? Since we're from here now, if that's a space spy agency, which is like totally like...
I did see like some kind of...
If we go to another country, they're going to go, they're NASA spies. Because we have friends that work at the Cape.
But isn't there a thing like where they're, I don't know who, probably everybody is populating like a lot of low orbit kind of stuff to just totally make a grid of sensory deals.
And you see where it's like a lot of them are crashing, like Elon's, satellites are crashing all over the place right now.
That's why
I'm not saying this from knowledge, and I don't know what I'm talking about here, but
somebody wants to govern that chunk of air that we've just been looking at forever.
Because if you get the right cameras at those angles, you can really dig deep. And you look what Google Earth can do with their stuff. You know what I mean? Like you can go really in depth to the roof of somebody's house in detail. And imagine not needing helicopters and those type of machines to help police to search for people with having low mesh cameras that govern and view everything.
Make sure that
we got some
dropping no like weird, I don't know what.
I feel like we got some pre-minority report, infrastructure being built.
Yeah, well, they're trying to populate the skies.
Yeah.
Someone's trying to police it. We're scratching our heads right here.
And NASA's going, we can do this.
They probably can, but what's the outcome? I don't know.
I don't know. They make a good space ice cream.
Okay.
Nice Neapolitan.
We're coming back with Frank Robb soon, right?
Yep.
From
Frank.
Ears.
Yeah, he just hit us up. We've known for a while. He's been just rocking it as a team, doing all of his appearances and all of his gigs, and he's got his network. And you've been working on an album for him. Rudy's been over at the studios putting in some work and putting in some energy, which is just amazing.
It's up there anyways.
So we got the 3rd annual Oktoberfest or EcoFest.
Yeah, he just buttoned down the major things, and we got Pat Fisher from Titusville.
Okay.
He's a major sponsor.
Heck yeah.
He's got a bunch of new ones. I haven't seen them logos, but he's got
He's had a good relationship with Pat Fisher, man, and I love to see that, man.
Yeah,
it's
awesome.
great. My Titan gets service there, always has.
You see the Joe Lasher right there. If you scroll down, you'll see.
Yeah, you got the alligator farm over there in St. Augustine.
Tip.
Yeah, all of them, man. That's great. And we'll let him come on and talk about all of his sponsors and do everything. It's going to be May 23rd, 2026 at Cocoa Village Riverfront Park and Cocoa Civic Center.
It's a lot quicker of an affair this time. It's not all day, and it's mainly focused on the you're about to see.
Yeah, you tell us about it, man. You know it. You're deftly in tune to it.
Sir Frank locked down a couple artists, Molly Lovett, or I don't know if it's Lovett or.
Okay. Oh, you're trying to get me to pronounce it wrong. I see what you did. You foisted me. That was a foist. Awesome.
And also, I just mentioned that Joe Lasher. I don't know if I'm saying. Yeah, that sounds right. But they're both, got it going on.
Heck yeah.
And they're going to be there.
Heck yeah. And you can even from the Ears website see YouTube videos of them performing.
Yeah, it's free to get in, and Gold Tone Guitars, which is based
Titusville company.
Yeah, they're raffling off a couple really sweet guitars.
Wow.
Actually, one's this cool, like I think it's a banjo, or I don't know if it's a banjitar.
Yeah.
I get a demerit for not knowing, but I've seen it. But they're really nice, and
they make some amazing.
They do
amazing.
It's for Frizzle.
Yeah,
it's free. We're giving away guitars, and it's free to get in.
They're big supporters of everything that Rob's doing with conservation and scientific data collecting and population densities of all types of creatures in the local ecosystems, and he networks with people from North Carolina,
everywhere,
all the way down to I think he's down in Antarctica, is one of his own little towns down south in Antarctica that he is.
I like that.
Data collecting onto. From sure, I'm just making that part up, but I'm sure it's probably going to happen.
Have you ever been in Gold Tone where all the guitar techs are?
I've never been inside of the place.
It's cool.
I've always wanted to. I've driven by there a million times ago. I'm just going to walk in, but I feel like I can't.
I think they're called luthiers, right? A guitar, and they got their stations, and they're all just love guitars and everything about all that.
So I mean, they're just
String
in there,
instruments,
loving, building, doing exactly what they want to do.
experimenting, and getting feedback.
That's the best.
Big dogs and regular, flying monkey butts.
They're honing their craft and flourishing in their craft, really.
So Frank is going to be on the podcast soon, and he's going to catch us up on what we just didn't say. But the nugget is that EcoFest 3, third annual, is going down in May.
I love it.
And there's going to be some. We'll be there. There's going to be some.
I see you guys got the flyers going on and everything. So now he's out
that's like
pumping up the event,
yeah.
ready to get it going, ready to start talking about it. Is he still doing his podcast?
Well, he is.
The Titusville?
We're still, I think they got like 2 more primary sponsors to lock down. So,
Cool.
Yeah.
Man, check out Ears, man. Always consider being a sponsor for him, man. He puts on a great event. He's got
looking out for the land.
It's worth putting the time and energy. And we were a part of the very first one, and we all had the tent set up at Sandpoint when it was just an awesome day. It was just a really cool, fun day. We met some really neat people that I didn't know existed around here. We had that little Clayton's cleanup to our left, this young gentleman that ended up spending a lot of time in our tent with us, talking about all the cleanup initiatives he does around here in Titusville. And it was just so cool to meet people like him.
And Frank's built his network up big time now, and he's got all kind of stuff going on.
Yeah.
And he's got interns and
Yep.
Yeah, and
he's got a whole crew now, man.
Yeah.
It's badass.
So he's going to come and catch up with us, as is Che.
Perfect. Yeah, we got to get up with Che. I know it's time to talk. He's got some good ideas, and I love some of the directions and some of the ways he's attacking these podcasts that he's doing with some of you guys, and doing it's just awesome to see. So we'd love to catch up with him.
So I think we kind of hit the nuggets.
Oh yeah. I'm going to give you just a real quick rundown on the Magic.
Oh, that's right. We didn't.
I'm going to get that out of the way. We've had a few preseason games. We're undefeated in preseason so far. I'm giving you the preseason optimistic Orlando Magic. Our rookies, Jace Richardson, Noah Penda. I'm really excited about both of these kids. I feel like they're going to bring an impact right away to the Magic. Our starting 5 it's going to be incredible this year. I really love Desmond Bain. I love what he brings to our team. I think Anthony Black is he's looking better. Howard, Juwan Howard's son, is really looking better. He was kind of scaring us. Guy wasn't playing defense, man, in my opinion, or just wasn't in the right defensive understanding and mode to be, what the Magic needed, on the court. I feel like he's really, stepped that up, and it looks like he's ready to contribute, and he's one of the better shooters in the NBA. If he can get the ball with a little bit of space, which is what Desmond Bain and Paolo Banchero and Franz Wagner are bringing to the team this year, just really like a lot of energy. We got to wait for Mo Wagner. He's coming back from that injury, so we're waiting for his energy to the court, because he brings a lot to our second unit. We have Goga, who is our backup center to Wendell Carter, and I think he can be our starter. I think he maybe even should be our starter, in my opinion, but I'm not going to throw hate at Wendell because I love his game. He's tough as nails. He's hitting his threes. His preseason's been pretty fantastic, so it's his job, but I think Goga's just a starting level center in today's NBA, so I just want to give him his credit too. And I always feel like our team plays really good when he's at center, because he just plays with this energy and this toughness, and like he ain't helping the opposite team get up off the ground. You know what I mean? You got to have a couple of those kind of guys on your team, And with Bain and Suggs and Paolo and him, and we're so tough. And I just can't wait to see what we bring out onto the court when the season starts. I think we're the best team in the East. Personally, I think we're not the best team in the NBA by any means, but I think this year with a lot of injuries with Boston, and we have some, Philly's got a good team, but they're kind of injured a lot, and can they put it together? You have Boston, who's got great talent, but injuries, and can they put it together? There's a lot of, they moved a lot of things around. They're just going to heave up threes nonstop is all they're going to do. So if they're hitting their threes, they're going to be great. If they aren't, they're not. They're going to play probably pretty tough defense, but I feel like they lost Drew Holiday, who's one of their best defenders, and they lost Marcus Smart the year before that. So I don't know. I guess Atlanta's might be pretty good. I think we're going to whoop up on Miami Heat all year long. I think they're our punks this year. I'm talking trash to you, Miami. Orlando, we are bringing it this year. I think we're at least a top 2 seed going into the playoffs. That's my prediction. I'm sticking to it. Jonathan Isaac's lost a lot of weight. He's not showing me too much right now, but once he gets into game shape and everything, he's a defensive game changer. But Noah Penda might be his replacement. I hate to say that, but Noah Penda, I love your game right now. Like, as a rookie, you're so tough. Like, you're going to be our little Draymond Green type of guy, I think, that just really, you're tough and you're huge, dude. And I can't wait to see that live.
That's exciting.
Jace Richardson, dude, it's Josh Richardson's son who came to Orlando and played for a little while. Or I said Josh Richardson, I think it's different. Something Richardson. James Richardson, freaking getting that one wrong. He came from, he was over in Phoenix for a long time, was an all-star with Phoenix. He came over to Orlando later in his career, and Jason Richardson, and he put up just, he's this energy guy. He was like a 28, 29 point a game guy for a little while. I think he averaged 22 or 23 over his career. This is his son coming in from Michigan State, and he's like undersized, kind of like Jameer Nelson, and he shoots up threes. He has this energy. He's a really good passer. I haven't even brought up the backup point guard that we got from I think he was at Phoenix, or I can't remember his name. But we got another backup point guard that's a really solid piece. So our point guards are really coming in with a lot of experience. Super excited about Orlando this year.
Neat.
That's all I got.
Yeah, no, that was a lot. That's cool. I like it.
Let's not. I think we're going to end on a good note here instead of going heavy in the politics. I do want to say that times are weird, but I think sometimes disruption's good. But at the same time, I think there's a way to do it lovingly, not. I don't know. There's so much that I could say that I feel, but I feel like there's a lot of things that I don't understand that could change my mind. I think, I think that there's a lot there's this game. This is what I'm going to say. There's this game that countries have played, and this was back in the early computer days, even when the internet first came out. And it's like you can either agree or dissent is the part of the game. And you can play a certain amount of rounds. Every country got to play this game, 100 times or whatever, and then you submit your results on how and it's you either agree or disagree. And then like the game is who gets the most points at the end. You get like, to agree, it's 2 points. To disagree, it's 1 point. Okay. And at the end of the game, the people that agree the most always win. You know what I mean? It's like, it's like a breakdown of humanity, of life, of genetics, of a lot of things. When you think about it, it's like a 1 and 0 in internet code. It all works when it's in harmony.
I can agree.
But
with
when we disagree about everything and everything is a finger point and a thing, I think that's very dangerous, and I think it's not a way we should let our kids see. It's not a good example to humanity to finger point and to always bash somebody who thinks differently than you. I think as just a general purpose policy of being a parent, we don't parent our kids to be mean to other people and different people. At least I don't. You know, and my kids, like, if I ever bring up something that's like racial in any way, they almost look at me like, what are you talking about? Like, because they don't have that same thing. It's just different. And every generation has this different experience that they've lived. And when I was a kid, we were always told, you are the future. When I was like 16, we were told at school, and we were told from our parents, and we were told on TV that you are what everybody is marketing to. You are the future. You are the future money being spent into the, and in my opinion, this is my opinion, that everybody across the board who is a leader, you know, you should look at yourself and ask yourself, are you a person that has the best interest of the future generation of people to live a better life? And or are you a person that is hurting their chances to succeed in the future, and make your policy decisions based on that rather than how much money you can make off of the position that you have? And that's the only, and that's a uni-political, you know, every politician out there, you guys are stock trading, you guys are, you know, on committees and making deals and getting funds, and you guys are, you know, just doing everything that's in your best interest. And you say, then you go on the news and talk about what's our best interest. And that's so bullshit, because you're marketing to us like you're thinking we're dumb. And so many of our youth see right through all that bullshit. They do, man. And until like our representatives of all makes and sizes can learn how to get along, to be different, but to be respectful to each other and lead by that kind of example, I think you would make a lot more enrichment, individual, financial, whatever happiness that you're seeking, that you think the money's going to get you, you'll be a lot better in life. Just being a part of a happy society where you're cared about and respected no matter what you think or what you look like. That's all I got.
I like that. Don't get good at making the poo face, because then you'll be good at making the poo face.
Right.
And you'll start defaulting to the
then you got poo brows.
Vibes.
Yeah. It's gross. Love you guys.
Yeah. Good stuff.
All right, man. T, thanks for joining us again.
Back at you.
And until next time.
Indeed.
Daisy's in a tube top, screaming from the top of her lungs. This all ends tonight. Daddy's on the floor, he's screaming for more, saying you're gonna be alright. Daisy's in a tube top, screaming from the top of her lungs. This all ends tonight. Daddy's on the floor, he's screaming for more, saying you're gonna be alright.
Dude, that shit's killer. Oh, dude, that was awesome.